Hello everyone. Do you ever get bored of actual reality? Well, let me introduce you to the world of virtual reality. Join me, Games with Tea, and my friends Laurie, the posh one, and Alex, the Scottish one, who's also on the Mimic's Veil, for our weekly dose of everything virtual reality related on Cross Button VR. New episodes releasing every Tuesday at 6:30am UK time, you slay.
Hi there. On this episode of the Mimic's Veil, Alex, Ben and Lewis discuss all manner of things, including calculators, spreadsheets, sexy 1990s printouts of Lara Croft. We also suggest some games for each other to play, including Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
This one is for you, Alex, 100%. But I also think, Lewis, having now played it for about a couple of hours, I've played it, I do also think it is such a Lewis game as well. So do tune in to what I'm saying, to my pitch to Alex.
I'll tune in. FM
as well. There is actually a tuning section in this. FM. Yeah. So one of the
convincing is better than that.
Fuck off. So there's so what it is like I guess you would call it like a psychological horror that basically not controls but has the angles, like the angled camera, the fixed camera of a old school Resident Evil game. You're going about this hotel interacting with objects and trying to unlock doors, but figuring out what the codes are for all those doors, which sounds boring. But Alex, I think the reason you'll like it is all the puzzles are kind of like number based. So you just have to figure out from all the clues that are around you and all the different paraphernalia that's laying around what the number is to unlock this door that you're in. And there's like a load of little books and hints, and it's just like it's just so, and this is more of the Lewis side of it, it's just so cool and weird.
Thanks.
Yeah? Just because you like cool and weird things.
I do like cool and weird things.
It's just odd. And it does give me like control kind of, why is this so strange? It's like is it the oldest house in Control? Yeah. It's kind of got that sort of vibe to it. You don't really know what's going on. You know, there's this weirdo that talks to you now and again and gives you really odd clues to things.
So, can I ask a quick question here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
If I like cool and weird things, what does Alex like?
Alex likes puzzly cool things. So that's the
and numbers and nerdy things.
And numbers. He loves numbers and
spreadsheets.
The way that this is, the presentation of it is really good. So it's from the same team as Sayonara Wild Hearts. What are they called? I keep forgetting the name. Simogo. I'm just trying to get my camera to work so you can actually see the sweat dripping off my head. And yeah, it's like I've been really impressed with it, and I've been because my impression was, it's going to be a bit dark and dingy, and am I in the mood for playing that? And I just thought I'll try it anyway because I didn't want to recommend it to Alex without at least trying it myself. And I'm like delighted by it. Really catching myself being kind of like grinning whenever I get a puzzle right. Whenever that little latch on the padlock pops open, you're just like, it's got that, I've spoken to you guys about it before, like that whole feeling like a genius thing. And how that's such a nice feeling in a game. It's brilliant because some of these puzzles are really intricate and you really do have to think
So how
kind of long and hard about them.
How do you come across them?
So they're like so basically all you can do in the world, and this is just this is actually a good point, Lewis. This is designed that you can play it one-handed, and not for the reasons you're thinking, Lewis. Not one of them games, but there is a screen. It's the screen on one of the first screens that gives you kind of instructions and an intro to the game is to get the most out of this game, play in a quiet and dimly lit environment with pen and paper at hand. Now, you know I love a notepad.
Oh, yes, you do.
This is like, I've been scribbling like a madman. Just like, oh, I wonder if what that clock says is going to be significant. Oh, I wonder if the name of that movie means anything. It's hard to explain the puzzles, as you can tell by me being shit at explaining the puzzles. But I think you really have to play it. And the thing, Alex, that I think will seal the deal for you is this is already in our family library in Steam. So at no cost, you can play this game.
Family library.
However, Lewis, I also think it's also available on Switch. So you don't have to get a Steam Deck yet. By all accounts, it seems to run all right on Switch as well. It's not like a particularly demanding game. And I think it's £20. So it's not going to...
£20?
Yeah, but I think it's well worth it. I think you'd play it, and if you stuck with it, I would say the first hour or so, you're just walking around, interacting with stuff and going, all right, oh, there's another door I can't get through. Great. Oh, there's another one. But when the dominoes start to fall and you start to realise, oh, this is how I unlock those kind of locks. And then, yeah, it just opens up, and it's such a gratifying payoff every time you get a puzzle right. It's just like, yeah, really good. So I recommend it to both of you. But Alex, for you, the puzzle master, the numbers man, this is a must play, I would say.
I mean, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but like you saying on the numbers, man, I've literally been playing a game on the Steam Deck again. I think should be in the family library, Ben, which is a roguelike based on calculators, and it's all about making sums and numbers based on the number of times you can hit the keys on a calculator.
Good grief.
Like,
wow.
It's so addictive. It's like, but yeah,
it's perfect.
I mean, it very much sounds like and as a game that I've wanted to play, so it feels like a good pick, Ben.
I think it could be, and I think it is. I think how long to beat has it at like 12 hours, I think. So it's not like crazy long, but still a good length. But
I like a good length.
I'm certainly going to stick with it until the point where, you know, it may very well get frustrating. Maybe the puzzles become too obtuse for my tiny brain. But at the moment,
you run out of paper.
Run out of paper. I'm three pages in at the moment after 2 hours. So. Yeah,
I mean, they're missing a trick if they don't release a special edition with a notepad.
Yeah, a little moleskin,
Mm-hmm.
or just a notepad.
That's not sweat anymore.
Yeah,
A pucker pad. That's what you'll get.
Pucker pad.
I've actually been using my Synapse pad.
Ooh, lovely.
From our good friends at End Dreams. But yeah, Lewis, what's your? How are you going to compete with that?
Oh, well, let me just say this,
pitch to Alex.
I can't.
He's given up.
Not with that attitude.
Not with his attitude. I've already submitted to defeat, but I might not need to have as good a pitch as that. It's all up to Alex. He might be in his head, I'm not writing anything down. I want to play a game that is...
You want me to use a pen?
Pen? Who uses a pen?
You could use a dictaphone.
I could. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll give you Lewis's phone number.
I used to have a dictaphone. Hey.
Classic. Did you? I bet you did have a dictaphone.
I did. I used to have a dictaphone.
I can imagine you.
And I used to, but just so I could do impressions of Harry Enfield and Chum's characters. My mum actually found it, and I walked up to my bedroom and I heard her listening to me doing like, "Oh, you now," and I was fucking mortified. Absolutely mortified.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
That was how I
The
spent.
good old days.
Yeah, and I'm talking like I was 15, 16. It's not like I was young. Like,
I still do it now. Like, I still take voice notes. I mean, the stuff that I send into NX, like to Mark, that's just me walking around doing stupid voices and going, "Oh, Mark might use that on the podcast," and then send it to him. Yeah. Never grow up.
Yeah, so I can't compete. But Alex, you might have played this game. I think you probably have. How would you like to witness a phenomenon as you walk around various Scandinavian towns, and you can walk around the towns, ask some people, see how they're getting on, speak to a ghost, maybe speak to a angry forest-dwelling creature, speak to your grandparent, and they will give you certain tasks to go and take photographs of the surrounding area. I need to try and find out what it is. This is a game called Toem. You played it?
And I haven't played it. It's another game which I have always had on my list to play. Not quite 2024 though, is it?
It's 2023. There's a theme.
Oh, is it 2023?
I thought it was longer than that.
Nah.
wait.
Just
Just
let
let me,
2023 on other consoles. It's older than that.
Yeah, let me just say, I like to read what I liked or see what I like to see.
Yeah.
It was released in September 2021, and it was released in 2023 on Xbox One, and like Game Pass and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it was released last year in some, shape or form.
Some
but
formats.
2020, 2021.
Getting
But
back
it's
to your
also
earlier
black.
question then. But I was going to say black and white.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Theme.
And Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is black and white.
yeah.
So that's what Alex likes. He likes
It's
puzzles
black and white.
and he likes
Black
black and
and
white.
I
Simple.
mean,
man.
we might revisit that later, ironically, but yeah.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's I've played a little bit of it, and I know you've just been saying, oh, you're just kind of playing shite. This is, an easy enough to knock at the park. I think how long to beat has it? About 5 hours, so you could play it more than, over twice as long as Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. It's far easier to say.
I don't know, is it? Toem? Toem?
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is a lot for me.
Or
in this,
somewhere to
in this
Scotland.
accent. Is it easier for you? Do you want to say it?
No, I can't do it either. But
Lorelei
Toem
and
is
the
too
Laser
short.
Eyes.
It's difficult. Us East Coasters struggle with that. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. It's a lot of facial movements.
See, so all my
Lorelei
time
and
of
the
watching
Laser Eyes.
Gilmore Girls. That's
Oh
like
yeah. Is there someone called Lorelei and Laser Eyes in Gilmore Girls?
Lorelei's the main character.
Oh, is it? I've never seen
Gilmore
it.
Girls.
Laser Eyes, her friend.
Yeah.
Toem is too short though, isn't it? I feel like that needs like an extra, like chicory, a colourful tail. Needs to be Toem.
Are you comparing
Well,
comparing
it's-
Toem to Chicory? Is that psychology?
No,
or
I'm not
like
planting that seed. I'm not planting that seed.
It actually is Toem, a photo adventure,
Yeah.
You've made
is
that
its
up.
full title. Beautiful 2D art. It's quite good. Excuse me, bubble in my throat. Played it for a little while and dropped off it, but for no particular reason other than I think I just started playing the Elden Ring. But it's good fun. Play out of the same pitch. You don't need, in fact, you don't need a pen and paper. You
Need a
don't
camera.
But you're provided with a camera. You get a free camera with this game. Camera
In the
comes
game.
with the game.
Doesn't spit out Polaroids.
Yes, it does spit out Polaroids.
Is this a
Feel-
Devolver joint?
It
publish
is,
I don't think it
no.
was.
It's
No.
something we made.
Okay. I've always liked the look of Toem.
Same. Does it have a platinum?
Probably. I think so. I could tell you right now by going into the PS app and checking.
I think it was on PS Plus, wasn't
Plus, yeah,
that's
it
how I'm
was a
playing it.
PS Plus game.
it? Yeah. So
PS Plus.
you've already
Have
basically
access to
got access
both.
to both
yeah.
of them. You're spoiled for choice.
How am I going to
24.
decide?
one of 2024's best games, and
Toem.
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 2024.
The game received generally positive reviews upon release.
Oh,
And it won Best Debut category at the 18th British Academy Game Awards. So what's Lorelei and the Laser Eyes want? That's what I want to know.
nothing yet, because it's a new game, as we agreed.
Take your acclaim and stick it up there.
Yeah.
I think let's just say, for the sake of this, that it does have a platinum.
Yeah. So if I had to decide, if I had to pick, because it's the moment upon us.
Let me just say, you get to take a picture of a man hiding behind some trees in Toem. Just saying.
But in one of 2024's best games, you got to take pictures of men in pants with masks on. So I've had some taking pictures of men this year in games.
So you should be good at it.
Yeah.
Just in games.
The joys of Yakuza.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to pick Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Yes!
Because it's
Difficult
been
to
on my
say.
list to play for a long time.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
It's going to... That wasn't the agreement, Ben. But yeah, I think that's the one. But I do want to play both, so very good picks for both. But I think Lorelei is the winner for me at this point in time.
Fair play.
Great choice.
You can tell that Ben really prepared there. Well done, Ben.
Me don't
It
worry.
counts for a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all in your notepad.
So, all right. So Alex is playing Laura and the Laser Eyes.
Yeah.
You're going to finish it before next week's episode, right?
I'll take it to the hospital with me in the Steam Deck. It's fine.
Keep it light. Right. So Lewis and Alex. You're pitching to me now. If you go first, Alex. What's it going to be?
Well, I thought, why don't we keep the black and white theme going?
Oh, yeah.
So I have played this game this year, and I don't think you have played it, Ben, but the game I'm going to, and it's quite apt that you've just gone very dark there in your room, but the game I'm picking for you is Hauntii.
Do you know, I've heard of it, but I haven't. It's a Hauntii with an eye, isn't it? Or two eyes?
It's two eyes, yeah.
Yeah, like the Wii. Yeah,
Indeed.
I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it, so...
It's basically like
I'm
a
all
little...
ears.
It's almost like a little action-adventure game where you are this little ghost who has to explore the stars to uncover his story, and it's like there's no words, no narrative or anything in it. The story's all told through these like little pictures, and you're going through basically these different... It's not quite a puzzle room, it's like an action room that you need to go through and clear and collect enough stars to progress and unlock different memories. But you essentially, like, to do the action, you are possessing like the elements within the game. So it's all like almost hand drawn. It's basically black and white, although there is some other colours in it with the different areas that you're in, some greens, some oranges, some reds. But it's just really cool. In terms of quite a short game. Yeah, you got a question, Lewis?
No, I'm looking at pictures. It looks really nice.
Yeah, because I was quite torn in terms of even the two games. I think the two games I've got, I could have swapped them round and they would have worked for both of you guys again. So this is on Game Pass as well, and I really enjoyed this game. It was one of the games this year when I started, I couldn't stop till I was finished, and it's like just some of the different locations that you explore, some of the different mechanics in the game. It's not overly difficult, it's not overly challenging, but it takes, I think maybe it took me about 8 hours-ish to complete. And I think it's well worth playing. I think it's gone under. It's one of these ones that's gone right under the radar, and I think it deserves more praise than it's actually got. And like you've got some shooting mechanics, some basically there's all the different creatures. And I'm saying creatures that you possess. You're not really possessing them as such. It's not like that's more that kind of chia thing where you're like. It's not like that. It's more you can interact with the environment. Like you can go into the tree, like pass your soul or whatever into the tree and shake the tree, and then things will come out the tree. It's hard to describe, but I think the art style, the music, the way the story progresses, I think you'll really like it, and I think it's very much a Yugi.
Question:
Yes.
Does it play like a Zelda, like a adventure game kind of?
A little bit, because it
action
does like have
adventure,
those
sweet.
noises when like the stars. So the kind of, in terms of the action's quite simple. Like you do have a lot of enemies that you need to take out and things like that, and like different bits of crystals that you need to collect, like rupees, things like that.
Yeah, more
When
like the view. Like, is it isometric or top down?
It is a bit
It's not-
isometric, so it's not quite top down, but it's fairly isometric in terms of how it presents itself.
Yeah,
Do you know what it looks like?
very good.
Do you know
Chicory.
a negative from a camera?
Yep.
It looks like a negative of Toem.
But you're not taking any pictures.
I know, but just the way it looks. And that sort of nice Moomins-esque art style.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're doing fun stuff in this, like
Like you
combat
you
and
ride,
possessing
like you
stuff.
do random things like riding
Just
roller coasters and stuff.
kicking Toem when it's down. It's just perfectly good game. I'm sorry. I really like the look of this, Alex. This is a fantastic shout.
I think
Really
you'll
good.
like. I think you
And
would
it's
both
on-
like this. To be fair, it is on Game Pass.
I'm downloading it
Yeah.
as we speak.
Yeah, I'm not, because my internet is already fucking shit at the moment for some reason. But yeah, that's great. Yeah, playing that
Was that
on
from
the
this year?
cloud, on the deck.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's this year. I played it this year, so I think it was
Yeah, I
early,
think
early
it
part
is.
of the year, maybe March or April.
Let's have a look. Hauntii video game release date. Yeah,
Surely.
2024. Yeah, May 2024.
Was it as late as me?
Yeah.
Quite surprised at
Excuse
that.
me, please. On Google, world's most used search engine, it says initial release date 26th of October 2023.
It
That on
does say
Steam.
that.
So why did you say 2024?
Because all the reviews are from 2024, so I can assume it was maybe early access.
And
in
maybe early
October
access or
2023.
something, yeah, but full release was this year.
Lewis doesn't understand such things.
I don't what? It's like just a made up construct time.
I'm liking this, because this isn't even one that I considered. Like when I was looking through the list of 2024 releases, I don't
Is
even
this
remember
one of those?
looking
I
at this
think
one.
when you, I know you've got a thing about when you look at artwork or like
I
a
have, yeah.
image, and I don't think the image does this any justice.
Or the
Um,
name, to be
Or
honest.
the
Very
name, to be honest, but it works. The name does
very
work.
vain.
You've played it. It's a very nice little game.
Yeah, cool. Lewis, how are you going to compete with that?
Well, let me just
What
say
1989 game are you going to bring to the table?
And the
we
NES.
are going to play. I can't even remember the name of the game. I was going to call it Billy Kidman, but that's a wrestler. What's the Sega Mega Drive game or the Master System? What the fuck
Billy
it
the
was?
Kid?
Like,
No.
with a guy, with a boy
Alex
with
the
a
Kid.
massive hand. Alex the Kid. That was it. Anyway, the joke is ruined. Right
That's what I used to
again,
get called in school, actually,
Alex Kid.
because I had big hands like that.
Oh,
School.
yeah,
Oh.
Alex Kid.
Yeah.
Big fist.
Sad. Yeah. Big fist. That's what they called me after. Yeah, in high school.
So again, I've given myself a little bit of an uphill battle on this game, which let's just say did not release in 2024.
Oh,
What a surprise! I mean, I remember reading the instructions, and I also willingly ignored them. So Ben, this is a game that you have played in part.
I
And
have
again,
played in part. Okay.
Yes, and I want you to go back and play it.
Okay.
This game is one of the best games from 2023.
Oh god.
Alan Wake 2.
Oh. Okay. Interesting, because
Cause
on a previous episode I did say I keep thinking about going back to it. So
yes,
you're kind of cheating, but sure. Oh, cheating on multiple fronts
Yeah.
now.
We'll stick to one
And-
rule eventually.
I like to see what I can ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah.
You've said
Okay.
that you wanted to play it.
Yep.
You really enjoyed the first 45 minutes that you did play before you inexplicably just stopped.
Yep.
It genuinely is one of my top games ever. I mean, it's easy for me to say that because it's like I quite like how Remedy pull their games together, but it is just you've really just seen the tip of the very tippy top of the iceberg when it comes to Alan Wake with just that first sort of section. And now there's that DLC that's super cheesy and fun, and all 3 episodes are really different. That released this year. And like we said on that
That's
episode,
not what he's asking you to play.
I'm asking you to play everything, including the DLC. So obviously a bit longer than Hauntii, the ghost simulator game. But yeah, I honestly think you'd really enjoy the rest of that story in Alan Wake 2. It's an uphill battle because it is, it's a good 12 hours, 13 hours. I know you said that was
We
manageable
have
length for the
technically
first game.
played it.
How long to beat? It does say 18 and a half hours.
Is that including DLC?
No, main story. Main story and side missions, which obviously I'm not going to do the side missions. 25 hours.
Can I just rephrase it then?
Yeah.
It's approximately 12, 13 hours. So, give or take.
Approximately.
Give or take 5.
Yeah. Interesting timing with this, obviously, because I think that Lorelei and the Laser Eyes has opened my eyes to playing stuff that's a bit more weird. Just
Cool.
Cool. Sure.
Just
for the sake of it.
The font.
Yeah.
The typeface.
So there is that. And this obviously, I could drop it down to easy, cruise through it and just enjoy the ambience. I was really impressed with the graphics actually and the whole presentation.
Yeah.
I think I did say it was like one of the most stunning games I'd seen.
Yeah.
So
You did.
I did. Yeah. That's a curveball. I wasn't expecting you to come up with something so good. Thanks. Yeah. That's a tricky one.
I mean, I could have said I want you to play Control, but with the sound on.
The sound. I played most of Control with the sound on.
Just not the bit that needed the
Just
sound.
not the end bit when I was just trying to get it over with. Yeah. Interesting. Because I already own it, and I've already paid, £50 for the privilege of playing it.
Exactly.
So it seems silly to just have it sat there on my hard drive doing nothing. Sorry, SSD. But
SSD.
Yeah, it's actually really hard. This is really difficult.
We'll have to have a decision from you in a bit.
I hadn't considered Hauntii prior to tonight, but
yeah,
I keep thinking about playing Alan Wake 2.
So play Hauntii.
both.
I think I might actually have to go for Alan Wake 2.
That is a surprise.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I can't believe I've just said that. But I think if I commit to it now, because Lewis, I know you're not one for rules, but we've had a gentleman's agreement that we're actually going to play these games, right? So if I commit now to playing Alan Wake 2, then play it I shall. So yeah.
Well,
but then I might play Hauntii anyway because that does look very cool.
But
great one to flag.
Much like the picking Toem, it's not always the easy choice, but it's the right choice to pick these games.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lewis.
That is a good shout. Okay, cool. So
it looks
Alex,
excellent.
It does look really good, and yeah, I think it's now on my radar, and I probably will end up playing that as well. So excellent. Kudos to you both. Right, so that's Alex playing Lorelei, me playing fucking Alan Wake 2. So now we need to choose something for Lewis. So I might go first.
That's fine.
If that's okay. So Lewis Lewis. I could easily recommend Lorelei and the Laser Eyes to you, to be quite honest, because I do, as I said, I think you'll love that. I'm torn between two here. And I think Alex might pick the other one if I choose the one that I'm thinking, which is going to be really interesting. But we'll circle back to this later. Maybe that's not the case. So I'm going to choose the other one. So for you, I'm thinking, what mind state is my dear friend Lewis in at the moment? I feel like he's in that sort of, had his fill of Elden Ring. He's in that kind of, right, where is...
Can't be the boss.
FC 25 or whatever it's called. Yeah. Kirby's Forgotten Land was the post Elden Ring game for everyone. That's how we got over Elden Ring. I pitched to you, Lewis, not a cool game.
No.
Not a weird game.
What?
I'm pitching to you a 3D platformer.
Wow.
A colourful one at that. From 2024.
Oh.
Called... called... That didn't work. Little Kitty, Big City.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. Now, this is a game I have played to completion, and not really my sort of thing normally, but it's just
in retrospect, that you going is all the more funny, realising that you were trying to say Little Kitty, Big City.
Really slowly. Yeah. And it also sounded like a furball as well. So, not normally my sort of game. As you know, like I've slagged off 3D platformers before. But this is just so delightful and simple and just really just lovely. And if you're in that mood to play something that's a complete polar opposite to Elden Ring or a Souls game or anything difficult like that, any of these black and white games, play this. It is just colourful and silly, and the writing is just cute and funny. Funnier than I was expecting, actually. Like, I just thought it'd be, with a name like Little Kitty Big City, you just think it's going to be rubbish. But it is actually quite smart and witty writing. And the gameplay, it's nice jumping about as a cat. And it's just, catching birds, rescuing little ducklings, just doing cat shit all over the city. And it's your whole objective. So it starts off really simple. You fall from your window of your top floor flat. You survive. Good. And then your whole thing is you've got to get back up there, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. That's the game. And you go about, you meet other little characters. Oh, there's a little raccoon. Oh, he lives in a bin. Lovely. It's like, Go on.
What is it like in comparison to Stray? It sounds like Stray.
Very, very different.
With,
it's like the cartoony version of Stray.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it's like a kid-friendly version of Stray. Whereas Stray was very self-serious and it looks like a real cat. This is like more fun, I would say. Just fun. And
it sounds like Stray crossed with Goose Game.
Goose Game is a really good shout, actually. Yeah, it's because you are doing that. You can
so it's kind of tasks.
You can walk along a wall and just knock off a little flower pot and let it smash for no apparent reason, and then carry on walking. There's loads of you just get up to mischief, but you also help other little animals around the city as well.
You can go and knock down the humans that are walking past. You can trip them up and steal their phones.
Steal their bagel, take it over to the raccoon. He's well happy. So
let's get
you take it over to the raccoon and then eat it in front of the raccoon.
In front of the raccoon, yeah. So it's just stuff like that. Like, it's a simple game. It's like a throwback to simpler times, and I think that should be applauded. And I think as a bit of a left field pick for you, Lewis, because I know what you like, but also I think you do sometimes like a bit of this kind of thing as well.
So that's correct.
Yeah. So there we go. And one you could even play with your kids as well, as I did. Played it with my 3-year-old and he loved it.
Why inject stress into the situation? That's what I say.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. Yeah. So scratch that from the record. But yeah, Little Kitty Big City. I think you'd love it. That's
Nice.
end of my pitch. Over to Al.
Well, can I ask what the other one was? Just out of interest before I say what the other one is, just to see if it is the one I'm going to pick.
The other one was Another Crab's Treasure.
No, but I did consider that, but it's not the one I've picked.
Okay.
Because they were going for 2024, and the game I picked it's very new for 2024. And I haven't played this yet. And I read a review, and the start of the review made me think that's a game that Lewis likes, and that's a game that Lewis likes. And this is the headline from the review. It says, sit review, an utterly charming blend of Zelda and Persona. I'm like, Lewis likes Zelda and Lewis likes Persona. So the game I'm picking for you is Dungeons of Hinterberg.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
So this is nice and colourful. And it's basically, as I say, I haven't played this yet, but it's an action-adventure RPG where it's about you go and talk to people, you go and fight people, you go and explore dungeons, all as Louisa. And it's all that nice kind of cartoony art style, little bits of purples, little bits of reds, kind of Celeste colour palette almost. And I think you would really like this. It's a bit of a longer game. I think it's 18 to 20 hours to complete. But I've seen nothing but good things from this game. And again, it's on Game Pass. There's no excuse not to play it. And I think it knocks that little kitty right out of the water, to be honest.
Whoa. You don't need to bring me down. I was going to say this is a great shout, Alex. Really good idea. I don't think I mentioned that Little Kitty Big City was also on Game Pass and is about 4 hours. Just dropping that in there as well, Lewis. But yeah.
Well, regardless of the length of game, I like it to be a good experience. It does look like I see what you mean by Zelda, because I've actually looked this one up, unlike Little Kitty Big City. In the map, because I kind of know about it. The maps, it does look very like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom-esque. It's very nice. So you it's almost a dungeon crawler, but it's not a dungeon crawler. You go and explore the dungeons, and I think there's 25 dungeons, and each of those dungeons have got a different mechanic. So you're trying to explore this place of Hinterberg, which is basically like in the Alps, and then basically beat all the dungeons. I mean, as I say, I haven't played it, so I don't know exactly what you're doing, but I know there is like big boss battles, and there is like not quite Souls-like combat, but it's action combat. But in terms of, I think, the Persona side of it is around relationships and the talking to people and the story. So it's very highly regarded of the year. I think this is one of those ones that anyone that's played seems to have enjoyed. And it's one I will definitely play. I just haven't got there yet. And it's only been out at this point a couple of weeks. I like you.
It's not bad.
I like how you've both gone for a sort of cartoony style. Just having a look at some of the Little Kitty Big City. Putting little hats on that cat. There's one here, and it's got a rabbit hat on.
Strawberry.
Very, very
Strawberry.
cute. Yeah. Ladybird.
There's a section where you have to wear a builder's hat, otherwise you get thrown off the building site. Little things like that. So it's not just cosmetic; it's actually built into the gameplay, which is pretty next level shit.
Yes. Tricky.
Dungeons of Hinterberg looks awesome though. Genuinely, you're spoiled for choice there, Lewis.
I know, and that's the thing. It's
It comes down to your appetite for size of game.
Exactly.
I think, really, to be honest, it's not a bad.
Exactly.
Both of them are good games.
Exactly. Whereas, and that's it. That's really where it's come down to here. Is it do I want to play a game for? What did you say?
It's about 18 hours ish.
So let's say approx 12, 13. Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm going to pick Little Kitty Big City purely because of the time to beat. But Dungeons of
I
Hinterberg.
feel I've been done tonight. Like, I mean, neither of you picked my game. I mean, that's just
It's
sad.
a tough one. I mean, up until me searching for it and seeing that cat in the rabbit hat, I was all in. I was all in. For,
Did I not show you the picture of Louisa and the rabbit hat? No.
No, is that, yeah,
You get hats in the Alps as well. Like,
let me just Google that.
Yeah. Well, you can't. There's no take
dear.
backsies.
Don't take backs. It's tricky. What I might do, because I'm a people pleaser, is play both.
Well, that's what I'm going to do, Alex, as well. I'm going to play Alan Wake 2, and I'm going to play whatever that one you said was as well.
Hauntii.
Oh,
Show the man some respect.
whatever that one you said was.
The thing is, see, it's a shit name. I forgot it already. The thing is, though, I think we've all done a cracking job there of recommending games.
Well done,
that
guys.
Each of us would love. Well done. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. I think we deserve.
Well done.
Good job.
What I might actually do is play Hauntii first.
Yes, the rules clearly state. Right,
We'll
so
report back in 52 episodes.
so what are we doing there? So Alex is playing Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
I am.
playing Alan Wake 2, and Lewis is playing Little Kitty Big City. But then I think we'll all just play all of each other's.
Probably, because
they all
I'll.
sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have lied about that. How long it'll be?
Yeah.
Should have said. I mean, Ben might be lying for Little Kitty Big City.
I
You'll
didn't
have to
finish
find
it, so I don't know. I fell off it. So
Should have said that.
Oh well.
I don't like cats though. So
So, it's that time of the evening.
Oh,
the
If you've
best
got-
bit.
An appetite for one of the best games of 2024. Have I got a surprise for you? It's that game. The name of
What game?
which is Guess the Outro.
Oh,
is there a theme for Guess Outro? Do you want to just sing one right now? Do live song? ones?
No.
That's not very good.
No.
we should just call it. Is it an indie? That's what we should call it.
Is it, an indie? Is it a good game this time?
You'll have to find out. That could be one of your questions. Right. Let's get into it. So, for anyone new to this, you've both been here before. Basically, you've got 20 questions to guess the name of the game that I am thinking of, and we will then use a song from that game as the outro music to this episode. So, question
Easy.
1. Fire away.
When you go, Alex.
Is that an indie?
No.
Oof.
Ooh, he's going for the big one this week.
Let me ask. The character name in the title?
Yes.
Ooh. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
So a
Correct.
relative.
Sorry.
Yeah. So no longer an indie. So at least, what would you say an indie? Like a larger studio? Does that need to be AAA? Like, would you classify like Alan Wake 2 as an indie? What we're
probably-
defining as an indie?
I probably wouldn't class it as an indie. I know it technically is, but are you asking me or are you speaking to
I know I'm conversing with Alex.
Yeah, I would say you're talking big budget here.
Big budget Ben. Let me see. Ben,
Shall
big
we
budget.
go? Is it a platform exclusive?
That horse got past.
Ah,
Anytime now. Are you Googling it?
I'm pulling up the Wikipedia. Oh my god.
Oh my
Wikipedia. Oh,
He's seen the light.
I'm going to say no.
No, so it's not a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
But you had to think about it, which
Mm.
makes you think it's got an affinity to a single platform. So it could be like a PlayStation game,
Stop
which
Metagaming me.
it could be a PlayStation game which is released on PC. So it's not technically a platform exclusive, but it has a PlayStation franchise. Because there was some thought to the answer to that question.
Yes, there was.
I'm a thinking man.
Is this a standalone title solely, not a franchise?
No.
No.
It's
it's
so it's
part of a
stand.
franchise.
It's maybe a badly worded question.
What's the price?
It is a franchise?
Yes.
Right, okay. Let's just clarify that.
Think is it a superhero franchise?
No. That's 5
No, it's-
questions.
It's not a Spider-Man.
Superhero.
That's
Big
5.
budget. Big budget. Character name in title.
So what franchises get their character name or title that's not an exclusive?
Yeah, you were maybe bang on with Lara Croft. That was a good.
But she's only in was, and that's not exclusive. Like Tomb Raider's not the original ones were, I guess, but
I guess the franchise. It's not like locked to a particular platform.
but was there only was one game that her name was in the title, though, wasn't there?
Oh, really?
It's always just been, was it?
Is it not Lara Croft Tomb Raider? Is that not them all? Like, or is it
Is that not her
then does
full
it go
name?
to? Shoot. Is it not
Maybe.
like, I can't remember if it was the Tomb Raider 2 and just drops the whole Lara Croft shtick.
Not sure. What other franchises can you think of that could names and titles though?
Oh, none.
So
Banjo-Kazooie.
many.
That's on Xbox as well, isn't it?
And N64.
Aye. But then I'm always like, it's not going to be some shitey fucking
And it's
tune at the end, is it? Not
No.
that the Banjo-Kazooie
No.
soundtrack's shit, but you know, Ben wouldn't pick a bajango, a banjo,
Papa Shango.
Bajango
Kajudi. Yeah.
song to finish because he doesn't like 3D platformers.
No,
despite
he doesn't
having
like N64.
suggested he doesn't like N64 games. It doesn't have a fucking clue. What should we go for genre? Is this a action style of game?
There are actions in the game.
Actions. Let
I'm
me
going to help
rephrase
you
that
out.
question.
No, okay, I'll help you out because it's a hard question to ask. The genre is defined as action adventure. So looking at this bright white Wikipedia page,
Wow.
it's action adventure.
An action adventure.
Okay, and that is 6 questions now. You get a clue at 10. Hang
What
in
about
there.
like something like Perfect Dark? Because Joanna Dark's name's in it.
Yeah. Maybe say, is it both? Oh, yeah, but then.
That's not action adventure though, really, is it? 'Cause Perfect Dark was more FPS than.
What's an action adventure game? Like Breath of the Wild, Horizon.
But with it,
Are
it
those-
was a franchise of an action adventure game. I
Mm,
mean, Tomb Raider kind of fits the bill.
yeah.
It is Lara Croft in the title.
That's a good question.
I think
to
it
ask.
was in the remaster, wasn't it? I think it was. I
Yeah.
think the remaster was like Lara Croft Tomb Raider remaster or something.
Ben's making a face every time you mention
Lara
the
Croft.
name Lara Croft.
Right, I always do.
He's just
Not
thinking
just
of those
as a quiz.
polygons.
Yeah. Here's something for you. When I was in
High school?
first year high school, when I was 12, me and my friend decided to start printing out copies of Lara Croft, images of Lara Croft from the internet, and putting them up in our bedroom. It was really like,
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Good old
it
plan.
wasn't just pixels back then. It looked real.
real. Wow.
Suppose should we try and pin down the age of the game?
So I've got on the magical tally, I've got you down as 6 questions asked. Does that sound about right?
I think so.
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say it's probably more, but let's say 6. Should we ask if it's Lara Croft, like a Tomb Raider game?
Yeah, why not?
Ben, is it a Tomb Raider game?
No.
Damn it.
We're stumped now.
Yeah, let's go for age. What bracket do you want to go for? Just obviously this is an audio podcast, but every single time Ben opens this Wikipedia page, his whole room lights up.
It's like he's opened the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
What else could it be?
Come on. Questions.
Yeah,
Questions. You've got plenty
We've
left.
only got 20 in total. That's 7.
Was it was this game of like the PS, is of the like the PlayStation generation, like PS1 time?
No. That's 8.
Last of Us doesn't have anyone's name in it.
No,
Uncharted doesn't have anyone's name in it.
it does.
Oh.
Because
Is it
Uncharted's
platform
got
specific?
Drake's Fortune. No, because it's on PC as well, and you had to think about it.
What about fucking Kratos? What's his name?
Well, there's no Kratos. Like God of War's not got any names in it, is it?
Like God of War 2, Kratos Strikes Back or something
I
like that.
don't think so. I don't think any of them say Kratos in the title. But Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, and Drake's so it could be Uncharted.
What other is that? Yeah, it's on Steam Deck now, isn't it?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the Legacy of Thief collection and all that shit.
Was yeah, because we're kind of assuming that on the basis that he struggled to answer that platform specific one, that
It's
it
kind
was
of
at
exclusive,
one
but it's
point.
not quite.
And
Or
now
is he
it's-
just trying to play with us?
Just don't.
No.
I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't read too much into my
Tough.
appearance or the way I'm saying things. Just stick to the facts. Just you need to work harder to get the facts.
Heard that before.
You just ask if it's an Uncharted game. Or is that losing a question?
I mean, you can ask it.
Is it an Uncharted game?
No. That's 9.
Is
Right.
it?
I
Yeah.
thought it was 8, but
I thought it was 8 as well. Adding tallies to that for the sake of it.
I'm just trying to hurry it along for the listeners.
Yeah. Well, people.
this is what they're here for.
I've checked the stats. People drop off at 43 minutes. It's fine. Is it so? Action adventure. The character names and title is a big
Budget.
blockbuster.
It's not from a PlayStation generation.
It's not platform specific.
It's not Tomb Raider and it's not Uncharted.
Yeah. Oh god.
What
Well,
games do Ubisoft make that's got names in it?
Oh fuck. They just make piss.
Prince of Persia. Oh, could it be Prince of Persia?
That's not his name though, is it?
He's the prince.
Of Persia. Is he? I've never played any of them, so.
I'm going to shut up.
Right.
Action
Is it an
adventure.
Ubisoft game?
No.
Right, give us a clue.
Right, that's 10. The clue is my childhood friend Dylan owned this game.
That is not a clue.
The clue is
Does he own-
you can call him. No, the clue is
I'll get his number of Winkle's mum.
the clue is they actually were genuinely next door neighbours, so they probably would know. So the clue: press C to accelerate. Press C to accelerate. accelerate.
Press C to accelerate.
Hmm.
And it's someone's name in the title. Makes it sound like a racing game.
It does.
Action adventure. Press C to accelerate. Accelerate the text on screen. Press C.
What is it a BZ game then? If you're pressing C, like
What's that shite fucking one with the? You know the I can't remember what it's called. The woman's got a bandage over her eyes and loads of fucking folk fancy her, like total simp out over her. What's it like? What's it called again?
I don't know what
Bayonet.
you're talking about.
No, it's near
Nier Automata.
Yeah, that one. What's her name?
About her, she's like BB-8. No,
Oh, it's BB-8.
C19 or something
Aye.
like that.
And there's one called Nier. There's just one of them as well. Eh?
She's not called Nier, no.
And there's just one of the games. Eh?
Press C to accelerate.
That's Ben. That's not a clue.
No, that isn't a clue.
It is a clue.
No, it's not.
Really isn't.
It's not a clue if it doesn't help.
Press C to accelerate. If I say it like that, is that more of a clue?
No.
Okay.
How are you reading the C? Are you reading it letter C or?
Let's see.
The any controllers have a C. Sega Mega Drive.
E. What is it?
Sonic
Is it
the Hedgehog.
is it a game from like the 90s?
Yes.
Oh, it must be Sonic or something. Or
11.
Street Fighter. Is that a Sonic game?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No. That's 12.
So it's a game from the 90s. I would say if it, but I mean, C, it was only a Mega Drive that had a C button, wasn't it? That was ABC, wasn't it?
Some of them, yeah.
ABC.
Press C to accelerate. What was I don't know. No idea.
And it's a 90s game. Action adventure. It's like Mickey's Illusion Island or something. What was that one? No, it was like Castle of Illusions or something.
Yeah, something like that. I was very young in the 90s.
Same.
Very, very young.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's using his age against us.
Press C to accelerate. That is not a clue. It's made it more difficult. It's a 90s game. I was basically still an embryo in the 90s. This isn't fair.
But
There's no
you're
way
a
for me to
student.
check.
You're a student of video games.
There's no way
Lewis.
for me to check back. If there's only something,
Yeah, but
like the internet that existed.
was there any
Press C
like
to
big
accelerate.
PC games?
I
Like
have
one of those big
no
box
fucking idea.
titles?
Yeah.
You know, you've seen them. Narrow down the original platform that it came out on.
Yeah. Was it a Sega Mega Drive game?
Yes. That's 13.
There we go. On the Mega Drive. Character name and title. Has to be a Sega game. Or does it?
Is that a Sega game? Asking you, Ben. Yes.
Yes. That's 14.
So what other, right, so who are your big Sega action adventures?
Oh, what's
Could it have been a
that?
Sega Saturn? Because
Oh, you
Ben
said
had a
Mega-
Saturn. Did you say Mega Drive? You said
Yeah,
Mega
it's
Drive.
Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's
you get
that one?
Streets of Rage,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog,
What's the
Golden Axe.
the one that ended up going online? No, Fantasy
Yeah.
Star Online. Nah. Dynamite Heady. That was on the Sega Mega Drive. Zool. I had that on the Sega Mega Drive.
Afterburner. Is that the name of the plane?
I believe it's a part of the plane.
Okay, thank you.
I'm no aeronautical expert.
This is tricky.
Okay, you're on 14. Let's get to 15. If you're not any closer after 15, I might give you another question that should bring you home.
So I'm assuming
so to speak.
press C to accelerate. Is it a vehicle of some sort?
No,
Right, there we go.
that's 15.
Right, other clue.
Right, another clue. I'm going to give you the name of the first 3 levels. Okay, and if this doesn't win it for you, nothing will. The names are Home Bay, Bay of Medusa, and the Undercaves.
No, there we go.
Bay of Medusa, Undercurrent, and what's the other one?
Home Bay, Bay of Medusa, and the Undercaves.
So was it like a Disney game? That's not I forgot to call it, isn't it? Like Aladdin. Medusa wasn't in Aladdin, but like that. Is it a movie tie-in style game?
Nope. Oh, that's 16.
16.
Have I finally got you?
I think you have, because I genuinely can't think of another thing.
I don't think I can give you any more clues. I think
Action
you're
All right.
close.
Are you a ninja?
No.
like Shinobi.
Yeah.
No.
Shinobi.
17.
Press C to accelerate. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I thought Sonic, because you were like spin, but I think that was A actually, down to the
Not
It's a Sega game. What other Sega games were there? I mean, what have they been remaking? Like Crazy Taxi was much later.
yeah.
Tomb
Jet
Raider
Set
was
Radio.
Jet Set
Set
Radio was Saturn, wasn't it? Or Dreamcast.
Well, not a clue.
Golden Axe the name of the person? No.
No. Don't think so. You don't really accelerate in that either. But then
No.
no one really accelerates other than Sonic.
Everyone accelerates.
But not when you press C.
Hmm.
What were we on 17?
17.
17.
Right.
I can't think
Come
of
on.
anything that's going to narrow this down for me.
Nah, me neither.
Like,
Me
What,
neither.
I mean, what when you picture this, what does it, what does it play
A
like?
side,
You're not
a
even-
side-scrolling.
something akin to Streets of
Platformer.
Rage or something like that.
Oh, have we mentioned? Oh, maybe it's something like Turtles was in. Yeah, the Turtles games. Turtles in Time was on a lot of different platforms.
Because this wasn't a platform exclusive, but it is a Sega game.
Yeah.
It isn't a platform exclusive.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was what
But
you
it was-
asked.
It
You
was
asked me,
on.
is it a platform exclusive?
No,
And
is it?
isn't.
It wasn't. Yeah. I mean, could it be like an arcade game that you could have played in the arcades or something?
You played Turtles in Time, but then Turtles in Time was on SNES, Mega Drive. There were different games though, like slightly apparently, according to some video.
Yeah.
I almost think we need to
Somebody-
give up and put the listeners out their misery because
Yeah,
this
I
must be
was- yeah.
painful.
It's painful. Is it Turtles in Time?
No, it's not. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah.
That was, what were you at? 19 questions and you've thrown in the towel.
18, I think.
Okay, 18. Fine. You were close with turtles because it is an aquatic creature of sorts.
Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the dolphin.
Jesus.
That
Yeah.
came into my head as well. So I actually know we still got that, Lewis, because you hadn't quite given up. I got it at
Yeah.
aquatic creature, so we got it in 19, Lewis. 100%
Well
record maintained.
Maintained. I had Tides of Time. Never had the first one.
Mm. Yeah.
Not that I can remember any of the levels.
And what else was Echo the Dolphin on?
So it's been ported to every other platform under the sun basically since. So like, which is why I kind of hesitated on that question, because you can play it on the Switch now.
Can you?
You know, yeah.
Or is it
So-
on like the emulator? Like
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So, and it's like a part of collections and stuff like that. So when I was saying at the end there, it was an exclusive at the time, but it's not anymore. So there we go. Echo the Dolphin. That's the first time you haven't guessed it.
We
I feel
did
a bit
guess
sad
it.
about
I said it before you said it.
that. So yeah, that's 4-1. That's still good going.
Still pretty good goal.
I still think we need one of those.
You can't give up. Let me give you a really easy clue and then guess. That's.
I should
that's
just
not how
said
this
it
one
now.
is. You should always.
I was never getting to Echo.
No,
No.
but it was like the Mega Drive mascot. Oh, I forgot, Lewis. You were an embryo.
It wasn't the Mega Drive mascot.
That
It
was
was
Sonic.
kind of. It was, no, obviously Sonic, but like Echo was like
A
pretty
dolphin.
big. Yeah, and a dolphin. So yeah, what we're going to do is listen to the opening theme by Spencer Nielsen and Brian Coburn. And this is from that great game, Echo the Dolphin.